Hello friends. So in this video I'm going to talk about if the world is a dream, why can't I control it? Why haven't I won the lottery already? It's something that I thought as well. So it's people have put comments along those lines, kind of like cynical, well, if it's a dream, then, I'm going to make myself win the lottery. And it kind of ties into all this movement in the New Age about, manifestation. And maybe I shouldn't use the word New Age because I don't like it when people say that what I'm talking about is New Age. But anyway, all this very popular now. I hope I don't put anyone off, but manifestation, I'm not into that. There's lots of things that I'm not into. And manifestation is one of them. Maybe there's some deeper truth that we can't understand that's kind of making this how we want it. But I really very cynical about this, skeptical about that. But so why can't, if I'm basically God, if I'm the ground of being, if I'm this is my dream, I am the dream itself, why don't I just make it a lot better? Now, the thing is, first step, in my dreams, I can't control them either, to be honest. I sometimes got this thing in my dreams where I can't talk. It's like, it's always, I really need to talk and I just can't get the words out. I can't make myself talk. And my dreams, I've never had a lucid dream. I've never I realize I'm dreaming, but then, then I kind of wake up and then I get out of bed and then I realize I'm still dreaming and it just goes on. I've never controlled my dream. I've never made myself fly. There are people on the internet who do lots of interviews based on the fact that they can control their dreams. And there are people who do meditation in their dreams. They realize they go to sleep. They know, yes, I'm dreaming. I'm going to fly somewhere. So they fly. Now, this isn't my case. So I perfectly understand why I can't control the world, because it's, if it's like any of my dreams, the world's going to be against me. Not really, but it's, it doesn't, just because it's a dream, it doesn't mean that you can control it. Now, that's one thing. But the second thing, and more importantly, is that when we see this dream, we see it from this character. The ego is forming our character for us from the thoughts, putting it together, the actions, and saying you are separate. You are a separate thing from the rest of reality, and you have your own mind that your consciousness looks through and kind of, you want certain things, and according to your situation and the context and what you see on television, and just that if I won the lottery, I would be so happy. Now, it's that's part of the dream. The fact that you want all those things is that character in the dream. It's not really you. So even if you can control the dream from the point of view of outside the dream, then you wouldn't even want what you want as an individual person, as the separate self that you are. You probably wouldn't even want that, because you're looking at everybody else's eyes too, and they want things as well. So the fact that inside the dream, when we're in the dream and we're looking from this body, and we've got this mind that's limiting our consciousness and channeling it, maybe, we are part of the dream. We are tightly locked into the dream. I mean, based on, our culture, our, intelligence, our history, family upbringing, nutrition, brain health, etc. All of this stuff is making you want things, but that is in the dream. All of the other things, or the culture and all of that, is the dream. From within the dream, you're part of the dream. You can't change anything unless you are external to it. That was something that Nisargadatta Maharaj said. So it's not, from, maybe you could say, oh yeah, from inside the dream, I should be able to control the dream. But from inside the dream, you want basically what you've been brought up to want. It's it's not even you that's the person in the dream. You're a bigger thing than just that. Now, so this, it's, even if it's a dream, as we see it's a dream. I mean, dream is just an analogy. In reality, it's not a dream, but it's very similar to what happens in a dream. Everything in the dream is you, and you see from your body in the dream, kind of because of conditioning, because you always see from your eyes. In the dream, everything is you. You are the dream itself, and yet you don't see from other people. You don't have this bird's eye view. Maybe some people do, but in my dreams, I always am in me. And that's because of conditioning, because that's always where I look out of. And that's what's happening in the real world. You always look out of, the person, because this is the conditioning. So just because it's a dream, it doesn't mean you can control it. Firstly, because I can't control my dreams anyway. We can't control our dreams, probably, unless you're somebody who's very highly trained in lucid dreaming. And secondly, it's not really our dream. The separate person is not really, it's not really that person that's the whole dream. That person, James here, this person here, is not God. James can't make it rain. Clearly not. And that's not even going into all the usual religious arguments that, why doesn't prayer work? Prayer always does work, they say. But, the time and the place you don't know, and also God knows better than you do. And that is kind of slightly the situation too. We're always safe. We are the thing that's always here. This is our very own. The universe is our very own. It's we're completely safe. We're not vulnerable. We're not separate, and there's nothing we really need. The game is happening, and we're participating in the game. And so we should try to play the game the best we can. Or in the analogy of a theatre production or a film, you have to act the best you can. And because you know that you've got nothing to lose, you can play the game in a relaxed way and do your best at playing according to the rules of the game, not trying to look for a cheat code and suddenly win the game, and that's the end of the game. There's this idea that comes from Alan Watts that you choose to enter into the dream and hide the fact you're God to enjoy the game. And if you knew that it wasn't, it wouldn't be as much fun. So there we go. That's my that's the conclusions I've come to. Because in the beginning, I also did think, well, if it's all me, then. Well, I'm going to make stuff happen today. I'm going to test it. But no, it's not going to happen like that. Maybe it will happen. I don't know. Try your best. Pray for things you want. I do think that, there is some element of our deeper self which can take mercy on this separate, vulnerable, separate self that we find ourselves in the dream. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.